Okay, thank you. So we have around 24 participants here for this meeting. Okay, 28 students rejoining. Okay, I guess we can start the lesson because we have around 31 participants, yeah? Okay, before we are going to start the meeting, I want you to please turn your camera on, guys. Why did you keep on hiding, yeah? And for the host here, Halifa Intisar, if you found out some of your friends not activating their camera on, so you can kick them out. You don't have to join this meeting.
Okay, sir.
Okay? Yeah. This is my last warning. Yeah, if they're not activating their camera on, just kick them out. Yeah, they don't have to join the meeting. Okay. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. So this one here, this meeting, it is our third meeting, yeah, for the curriculum and material development, yeah. And for the third meeting here, I will give you guys a a chance to practice what you guys learned from the previous week. Yeah. On the previous meeting, I already explained to you guys about the example of how that you guys can develop the learning materials, and then after that one, the step in developing the learning materials, and then also characteristic in developing a good learning materials. Yeah. And it will be the same like the previous class. For B class, I gave them tasks also to complete that kind of question, yeah, to develop a learning material. Yeah. And then now I want everybody here to prepare a piece of paper, please. And Halipah, kick out Berlian Wirawati and then also Faisal Julianto. Yeah, kick them out. Do not let them join. Yeah. Come on, prepare a piece of paper, please. Okay, let me check. Okay, and then also the same with Inayatul Karima, kick her out. Those that not activating their camera on, just kick them out. Yeah? Do not let them join again. Okay. Okay, Haliba Indisar, you may browse all of your friends here. For those that not activating their camera on, just kick them out directly. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and then now I'd like to ask randomly here, starting with Laila Nada Nadia. Laila Nada Nadia, well, we had the previous meeting, on second meeting for the curriculum and material development, we already learned about characteristic. Now I want you to mention it, please. Try to mention it. Come on. Laila. Laila Nada.
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on.
The first is material.
Yep. What is it?
Material from so forget.
Okay, thank you. Next, Padla Yazida, the same question. Do you mind, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is it?
The material development. The first, setting the aims.
That was the characteristics.
Oh, characteristic. Oh, the expose the learner language to authentic. Second,
Okay.
hold the learner to pay attention. Provide the learner. Provide opportunity. Stimulate intellectual.
Okay.
Achieve or communicate. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you. And then now I would like to ask Izzatun Nisa Fadila. Okay, try to explain each term of the characteristic, please. Come on.
Okay, sir. But I just know this step to develop learning material. And for the first is setting the aims, and for the second, take the
We are
strategy.
discussing about the characteristic. Yeah, come on. Okay, so you are not with us then. Hiron Nisa, your turn, please.
Okay, sir. The sixth principle of or characteristic. of good material. One, the learning material, it should be expose the learner to language in authentic use. Two, the material of the learning material should help the learner to pay attention to picture of authentic input. Three, the learning material should provide the learner with opportunity to use the target language to achieve communicative process. Four, the learning material should provide opportunities for outcome feedback. Five, the learning materials should achieve impact in the sense that they across and sustain the learner curiosity and attention. Six, the learning material should stimulate intellectual, aesthetic, and emotional involvement.
Okay, thank you for reading. Yeah, I'm asking the explanation and then you're reading on it. Nice one. Hafiz Maulana, I want you to please make your summary of our previous meeting, second meeting of curriculum and material development. A short summary, come on. Hafiz, can you hear me? Halifa, he is not responding. What is it? Okay, Ferdian then, come on. Ferdian, sum up our second meeting, please.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not joined for yesterday meeting.
And then you are not watching our second meeting then.
I'm sorry, but no.
Okay, thank you for not joining. Yeah. Next, Lil Hilalia. Lil Hilalia. Do you mind please try to sum up our second meeting, our previous second meeting, Lil Hilalia?
The first that you have the while development material, it is one have the setting your aims to you are going to pick. Three, planning implementing content or plan material for evaluating and also reflecting. Maybe that's all, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. You're not summing up, but you were just mentioning a part of what we already discussed last meeting. Yeah. Okay. So let me repeat it one more time here. Last meeting, for the second meeting, for you guys, if you are not attending our second meeting, so watching the videos about our second meeting, it is a must for you. So it means you can attend each of the meeting, yeah, starting from the first meeting, second meeting, third meeting also, yeah. So there will be no reason. And then if you just mentioning you're joining the previous meeting and then you are not watching also the second meeting, how that you can catch up with your friend here while joining our next meeting, yeah. So that should be your guys consideration for the next meeting, okay. And then now I want you to please prepare a piece of paper, each of you, and then show it to me. Yeah, show it to me, come on. A piece of paper and then also with your pen, come on. Okay, thank you. Okay, and then now please start with number one, starting with number one. Okay, number one, language learning mastery consists of 4 skills, right? You don't have to write that down, yeah? I'm gonna give you the description first, yeah? Please just try to listen to it first, yeah? Okay, language learning mastery consists of 4 skills, yeah? 4 skills. And then, when you try to teach your student, you're going to focus on each of the skill. So for number one, I want you to now please try to choose which one from the four skill that you're going to teach for your students. Come on, write it down, please. Make it quick. Miftah Damara, why did you keep on hiding? Yeah, Intisar, kick him out. Yeah. Okay, is that clear enough for number one? You guys already picked the skill that you guys will teach to your students? Okay, the second one, or number two here, stop, do not write it, please, but please try to catch the meaning of it, yeah? Number two, or the second, when we try to develop the learning material, we have to do several steps. Okay? And then now you are going to write it down here. The step, how you are going to develop learning material based on the skill that you guys chose on number one. Okay? Is that clear enough, guys?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Can you repeat again?
Okay. In developing learning materials, we have several kind of steps. Yeah, we already discussed this one on our previous meeting. And then now you guys already chose the skill that you are going to teach for your students. Yeah. So for question number two, or the second here, you have to mention how you are going to develop the skill that you guys chose for number one. Okay. Okay, next one. Okay, the third or question number three. For question number three, you guys already developed the learning material on question number two, or the second question. And then now for the third, or for the question number three here, okay, you are going to make an illustration about your teaching process. Yeah, an illustration about your teaching process. Yeah, starting with the skill that you guys chose. How did you develop the learning material related with the skill? Yeah. And then next one, it is about the illustration. Okay. And then question number four, or the fourth, yeah. After you guys already created the illustration, and then number four here, you are going to identify the process of developing the learning material. Okay, question number four, you're going to identify the process of developing the learning material. That will be the question for number four. Okay, last one, question number five. Yeah. Okay, question number five. Number five here, it will be about the process of the process that you guys created starting from number one till number four. So it is a complicated kind of answer. Yeah? First, you have to count for each number, and then for number five here, you're going to sum up the whole process starting from number one till the last one, number four. Yeah, that will be the number 5. And then I'll give you guys only, let's say, okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes only. And then after that one, I'm gonna ask you one by one to give example of your answer. Write it down. Come on. 5 minutes starting from now. And Halipa, maybe you can see also who's the one not activating the camera. Kick them out. Yeah?
Okay, sir.
Thank you. 5 minutes only, and then work on your answer, please. Okay, I guess our 5 minute is over. Right, Halifa, Ajeng, and then the rest of you guys? Have you completed your answer? Halifa, kick Octaviani Dian Wulandari out. Kick her out. Come on. And then also with those that keep on hiding, yeah, kick them out. Do not let them join again, yeah. Okay, 5 minutes is over, and then now I'm gonna start with Tiara Jati Anugraheni. Come on, start answering, starting from the first question till the last one. Come on.
From the first question, the answer is I want to teach about writing. And then the second number is the material developing, setting the aims. After that, pick the methods and planning the material, and then evaluating and reflecting. And the answer of the number 3, the illustration, I will determine the objective of learning itself and choose the right method that suits the needs of the student. After that, plan learning for the next semester and evaluation each material that has been taught and reflect on material itself. And then number 4, the learning process by presenting the teaching material, and then the students can understand the a given question from the material that has been taught, and the examination and then evaluation process during the lesson. And number 5, not yet, Mister.
Okay, thank you. Next, I would like to ask Ajeng Kacita. Come on, Ajeng Kacita, Diman, please.
Okay, sir. For the first number is I want to improving their reading skills, and then the second answer is by setting the aims, pick the methods, developing, and then evaluating the things that I want to teach to them. And then the third is in the process of the class that I want to teach to them for improving their reading skills is by giving the direction to them to read an articles or maybe journal or an easy book to read, because if I gave them a book with a lot of sentence that was really unusual to use, they maybe get confused. And then after they read the books, I want them to representing the meaning or make a summarize from the book that they read. And then how to improving their how to wait, sir, I forgot about the question. How to identify the process developing the learning material is by giving them a chance to explain about the book what they read. And then for the fifth number, I'm not even finished yet, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Next, Halifa Intisor. Come on. It doesn't have to be a long kind of explanation as long as it is relevant with all questions. That will be okay. Come on, Halifa.
Okay, sir. For number one skill that I want to teach is speaking. And for number two, the 4 steps required to make the learning material. First, I need to plan on what to teach, speaking. Then I need to pick the methods or create my own methods based on the characteristics of my students. Then I need to implement it so I can evaluate the methods I already used. For number 3, make an illustration. The illustration based on number 1. With speaking, I will mainly teach them storytelling for their pronunciation and to make them speak non-monotonous. So so hopefully they can make other students interested with what they are talking about. After that, they identify the process of developing the material. To identify the process, I will usually make a practice for them to practice their speaking. So in hope for their shyness to be they won't be shy anymore, and then to number 5, the summary of each process. First, planning on what to teach. Speaking, I want to teach speaking because from this alone, I know that the students are still shy about their speaking abilities, even though the teacher already said that it's okay to speak. After that, the methods that I pick is 75-25 practice and 75% for practice and 25% for theory, because without practice you can't really feel that the student abilities to speak to improve. Then the implementation, as I said, 75% practice and 25% theory. The evaluation is based on whether they still shy or evaluating their pronunciations too and their what is it? Grammar. No. Vocabulary. That's all for me, sir.
Okay, thank you. Next one we have Rico Aldi Pratama. Rico, do you mind? Please try to enlighten us with your answer. Come on.
Okay. For the number one, I will give them speaking skill. And the second, for the step, the first one, I will plan what I will to do to teach them. And the second, I will implement the method that I give to them. And the third, I will give them an example how to be a great speaker. And the fourth, I will give the example. I also give the example for my student how to speak well and not nervous. And the third, the illustration. Hopefully, the lesson that I give to them about speaking skill, uh, they not feel nervous again when they want to speak or want to storytelling. And I'm sorry, Mr. Sofian, for the number 4 and 5. I can hear clearly the question that you give because I have a problem with my ear, so I'm really sorry. I only can answer number 1 and 2, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay, so is the problem with your audio or the problem with your hearing? What is it, the problem?
The both of them, sir, hearing and the audio from my handphone, but the most is from the ear, the hearing.
I see. Next one, we got Elsa Monica. Elsa Monica, come on, half face. Do you mind please try to make it full face so I can see your face? Elsa?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
try to put your gadget. Okay, not too close from you, please, Elsa.
The first, I want to teach
Okay,
reading
wait a
skills.
second.
So
I told you to put
the
your gadget,
second,
your smartphone or your laptop not too close from you so I can see your full screen while talking. There we go. Come on.
the first, I want to teach reading skills. And the second, I will give the material. The third is um, the illustration of the teaching process is I want to give the material, give example of reading in English. And the four, I will give the example how to read. And the five, M doesn't answer, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And then last one, it will be Nabil. Nabil Fikri, come on. Nabil, it's your turn.
Okay, sir. Uh, okay. The first one, I will choose reading, sir.
Mm.
Yeah, I will choose the reading. And the second, how to develop the skills is the first one. I will see the student. For the aiming of the student is like what based on he characteristic, sir. Is this he like a comic or something else or music or everything like uh, fixie, and after that I will choose I let them choose the method to read
Nabil,
the books what they like. Yes,
Nabil,
sir.
let me ask you. You were writing the answer or you just come with your own perspective? Let me see your paper. Did
No,
you
sir.
wrote?
I'm not worried, sir, because my pen is lost.
Okay. That's okay then. You don't have to answer anything. Okay, thank you very much, guys, for giving me the answer. Now let's try to analyze all of the question that I gave to you. Yeah. So what is it? The question number one, it is simply choosing from 4 skills. Yeah. For example, here we're gonna choose speaking. Yeah, number one here, the example, it will be the same like the previous meeting. I gave you guys the example when we try to develop speaking skill. Yeah, so you are going to teach speaking for your friend. That will be the example. And then what is it, the second question? The second question. Okay, come on. What is it, the second question?
The
How
steps
to
required.
Okay, so when we talk about the step in developing the learning material here, we talk about developing speaking learning materials. Okay, we are talking about developing speaking learning material. So you don't have to mention it. Okay, second one here is the step in developing learning material, but not specifically based on the skill that you guys chose for number one. Yeah. For the second here, you're gonna mention it. Yeah. For the second, how are you going to develop speaking learning material? And then developing speaking learning material here, it will be the same like the example that I gave you last meeting. Yeah. First of all, what aspect that you are going to teach on speaking skill. Yeah. For example, here your student mastery about short conversations. Yeah, about short conversation after completing the meeting, after completing the lesson, your student will be able in making or in creating a short conversation. Yeah, so it will be a clear one. And then how are you going to achieve your goals? So your student here can master or can understand how to make a short conversation. For example, here we are using games. Yeah, games. What kind of games? Many kind of games, and educational games, of course. For example, here we can come to the class and then try to divide the student into several groups. Yeah, one group consists of 2 students and then they have to practice it. They have to practice, and then that one, they're going to create a short conversation. Yeah, and then that will be the end of question number 2. Yeah, so the first, it is speaking, and then for question number 2 or the second, you guys here already decided, already created the goals and then the aim, and then how that you're going to achieve it. Here we're using games on it. Is that clear enough, guys? And then can you see the difference between your answer? Well, some of you here from 6 of the student, when you try to answer the question, you are only mentioning, I'll try to develop this learning material using strategy, using method, but you are not mentioning what is it, the strategy, what is it, the method that you're going to use. Yeah. Okay, and then next one, question number 3. What is it for question number 3? Read it, please.
Illustration, sir. Illustration.
Okay, an illustration. Okay, next one here, an illustration. An illustration, so it should be about delivering, yeah, speaking learning material. So what we call by the illustration here, you come to the class and then after that one, you're going to tell your student, Okay, guys, today we are going to play games. Yeah, and then while playing the games here, I'm gonna divide you into several groups. Then I want you to please find one partner for you. And then we are going to talk about all the fun things that you really love to do. Yeah, that will be the example. And then after that one, you already divided the student into several groups, and then they have to pick what kind of activities, what kind of hobby that they love the most, and then they're going to create their short conversation about the topic itself. Yeah, and then after you already ask them to create the short conversation, to write down a short conversation, and then they have to practice it, yeah, in front of the class or using an online kind of short conversation using Zoom meeting, using a Google Meet, that will be okay. So that's the illustration of how that you are going to deliver your speaking learning material. And then you have to take a note here. The example, it is speaking. So if you guys just writing, reading, listening, you can make it similar, that will be okay. Yeah. And then what is it? Question number 4. What is it? Question number 4.
Identify the process, sir.
Identify the process.
Okay. Next, we try to identify the process of developing speaking learning material. When we try to identify this process, so we can see, for example, here the use of games. Yeah, the use of games in teaching speaking to make the student can master to create a short conversation. Yeah, that will be, what is it? That will be, what is it? That will be a process of developing
Learning material.
learning material for the students. Okay, can you see that on? And then last one, what is it? The
Summary.
okay,
Summary.
last one, sum up. Yeah, so a sum up here, summary of the whole process starting from number 1 till number 4, or the last one here. So it is a process of teaching speaking using games, and then the goal here, the student, they're going to be able in making a short conversation. That's it. There will be no more such complicated thing like you guys tried to explain it before. Is that clear enough? Is
Yes,
that clear
sir.
enough, guys?
Yes.
Okay, and then now I want you to please try to give me the question. Yeah, try to give me the question, please. If you are not giving me the question, I'm gonna give you the question. Mutiara, you gonna give me the question, or you prefer to get the question from me?
No, sir. I have no question.
So you're not getting my point then. So you prefer to get the question from me, or you gonna give me the question? Okay. Faisal Julianto, you gonna give me the question, or you need the question from me?
I wanna ask something, sir.
Okay, come on. What is it? Something that you want to ask? Come on.
What's the difference between identification the process and make an illustration? I think it's the same like the process.
That's all? The difference between identification and
make an illustration.
okay, let me explain it to you. So the previous one, I already explained it. When we try to identify, So we try to point out each step on it. Yeah, that's what we call by identification, an identification process. And then an illustration here, how did we deliver our speaking learning material here? Speaking is the example for the skill that I use to give you guys the example. Okay, the whole process here, it is what we call in an illustration. That's the difference. Can you get it, Faisal?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Next, come on. Barokah Ilahi. Where is Barokah Ilahi? No one here. Devi Rindiani. Devi Rindiani.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
want? Okay, come on. Do you want the question from me, or you have the question, please?
I have a question, sir.
Okay. What is it? The question.
What if we can reach our goals when teaching? What will happen?
Okay.
Thank you,
What if
sir.
we cannot reach the goal while teaching? Yeah. If we can reach our goal in teaching, so it means we need to do what we call by evaluating and then also reflecting. Yeah. For example, on our first meeting, our target here to make sure that our student can create a short conversation. But unfortunately, after the meeting, yeah, maybe only 50% of the student can create a short conversation. Yeah. And then the next step after the evaluation and then reflection process, so we are going to switch maybe our strategy, our method to make sure here the rest 50% of the student will catch the other 50%. Yeah, that's why when we try to develop the learning material, it should be all the time. Yeah, so developing one learning material here, it should be used in one single meeting. Next meeting, yeah, based on the evaluation, based on the reflection, we are going to improve what we missed in our previous meeting. That will be the answer. Okay, Devi?
Okay, sir. Thank
Okay.
you.
Next one, please. I'm gonna ask all of you to talk. Rizkina Damayanti, you are turning the camera, but you are not showing your face. Should I ask Halifah to kick you out? Come on. Rizkina Damayanti, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have a question.
And then you are not getting my point.
I have a question, sir.
Okay, you are not getting my point.
What?
Halifa, do you mind try to translate it to her here? Rizkina Damayanti, you were turning on your camera, but I can barely see your full face. Okay, there we go. Come on, now try to talk, please.
Yeah, when we deliver material, so when we don't know when student asks us a question, so but we don't know the answer, how as a teacher how we can face it.
Okay, repeat it, please.
Yeah. The example when the students have a question, but the teacher can't answer it. So how, as a teacher, how we face it, menghadapi gitu, sorry.
Okay, so your question here, you are a teacher and then you have the question from the student, you cannot answer it. That's the question.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to answer that one. Yeah, when you try to teach anything, yeah, when you try to teach anything to your student, when you become a teacher, you are not, yeah, you are not a master of everything. Yeah, in a certain time, in a certain period, maybe you will be difficult in giving the answer for these students. And then what you have to do, you have to keep on updating your knowledge, of course. And then after that one, try to uh, analyze the question that you cannot answer. Yeah, because if you are a teacher and then you are teaching for primary level, for junior level, or for the senior level, it's mean you already master all the things that you are going to teach for your students. Yeah, and then when you come in a certain class, and then for example, it is an international kind of class, and then you can answer their question, so you can discuss it with them. Yeah, and then after that one, you can simply just talk with them here. We'll try to figure out the answer together. Yeah, that will be a wise kind of giving the answer if you found there are no answer that you can give for that. Okay,
Okay,
Rizkina?
sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
one more time, you gotta keep on updating your knowledge. So this, it is not the excuse that you can give to your student. Yeah. So when you try to talk, okay, I'm not the only source that you can use to learn. Yeah. But you have to make sure that your student here can be a grown-up kind of student, that they understand. Yeah. Um, every human being, they have their own strength and then they have their own weaknesses. Yeah, and then they can learn everything here not only from a single teacher. Okay, Rizkina, I hope that will be answer your question. Yeah, and then that will be really embarrassing, I guess, if you are a teacher and then you cannot answer the questions. Yeah, and then do not embarrass yourself. That's my suggestion. Okay. Next, please, Fadla Yazidah Maulana. You want me to give you the question, or come on, or the other side? Come on.
I wanna ask a question.
Okay, what is it? The question?
In teaching, sometimes we get students who actually she has potential, but she not confident. So how we push her to get the confidence to rise up the potential she hide it.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Fadla. The answer for this one, how to reach up the student that's still shy or student that not confident, yeah, while trying to give an interaction while joining teaching and learning process. In teaching, we have what we call by need analysis. Yeah, need analysis here will make you come with what we call by understanding your students. Yeah, and to make your student here will become comfort, yeah, in joining the teaching and learning process. So you have to make sure here your student like you. That will be the first. Yeah, that your student love in joining teaching and learning process with you, and then after they like the process of teaching and learning, so you can start asking them to take the participation while making the interaction with the student. And then uh, one of the most important way, I guess, to make the shy student, to make those that not confident while giving the answer or while getting the interaction. So you gotta make every single of your student here active. You have to make them talk if you try to teach them about speaking. And then when you try to teach them about listening, you have to ask every single of them about their opinion. So there will be no gap between those that can master the learning material well enough and then with those with average kind of skill. Okay? So you can ask every single of them. That's the answer. Yeah? Okay, Fadla?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, next one we got Laila Nada Nadia. Laila Nada Nadia. Okay, I
Yes,
guess
sir.
for Laila, I already asked you to talk. The previous one, you don't have to give me or you don't have to get the question from me. Maybiana Nabila Faradewi, how are you? Maybiana, May?
I'm fine, sir.
But why your face look like you were not joining our lesson? You are sad or what is it? Do you have something wrong with you, May?
What, sir? Can you repeat that?
Okay, it seems like you have a bad internet connection, I guess, yeah?
Can you repeat that, sir? Can you repeat that?
Halifa Indisar, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Halifa Indisar?
It seems that the problem is from May.
Okay, okay. So because you have the problem, maybe Nabila, yeah, maybe I'm not gonna give you a chance then to give or to get the question. Izatun Nisa Fadila, I already give you a chance to talk. Hairun Nisa, it is the same. Elsa, Hijaz, Mila Nurfadia, come on, Mila.
Yes, sir.
Mila, okay, come on. Do you have the question for me or you want the question from me?
I wanna asking something, sir.
Okay, what is it? There's something in it.
Uh, as a teacher, are we have to know the main skills of our students, sir?
That's all?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. As a teacher, of course, you have to understand your student, not only their main skill, yeah. And then I already told, who is it? Fadla, if I'm not mistaken. We have what we call by need analysis. Need analysis here, you're going to get to know your students about their strength and then also about their weaknesses. Yeah, so it is not only about their main skill, yeah, or their strength on a certain skill, but you have to you have to seek also their strength. Yeah, okay, their strength and then weaknesses, those two terms, yeah, when you become a teacher that you need to do while doing or while conducting need analysis. Okay, Mila Nufadia.
Okay, sir.
Okay, next one. Anyone else that I haven't give a chance to talk here? Sifa Asura. It seems like you haven't talked at all. Yeah? It seems like you just joining and then silent and then no interaction at all. Come on, Sifa.
Okay, sir. I wanna ask, uh, how about the student that still didn't get the point of the teacher?
Okay. How if the student still didn't get the point from the teacher? So all that you need to do here it is give your student here a special treatment. Yeah, what I call by special treatment here, maybe you can give them chance, yeah, to learn in an independent way. To put it as, but they can learn, yeah, they can learn with what we call by a spatial meeting, yeah. Maybe you can give them an extra assignment, yeah, and then an extra kind of tasks, yeah, for the student that can catch up, yeah, what kind of the learning material that you already gave to your students. And then to solve this problem here, you maybe can change, yeah, you maybe can change or try to modify your teaching and learning strategy, yeah. Maybe the problem why that your student here cannot understand fully and well enough about your learning material here, it is because you have a boring kind of strategy or a boring kind of method. Try to use various, try to use different kind of strategy or method that maybe can attract the lower student here will join teaching and learning process with interesting way, and then also they can catch up their friends. That will be the answer, Sifa Asura. Yeah? And then
Thank you, sir.
I never see you on campus, and then you are joining English camp, I guess. Yeah, Sifa.
No.
No. Okay. Next, Siti Hanatasa Iman Putri. Come on. Do you have a question for me, or you need the question?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Okay, what is it?
To develop teaching material, it's true or false here if I will use a selection. For example, in a weekly I give my student exam to find out how much student understand the material.
Okay, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Finally, we have a relevant kind of question. What I call by relevant kind of question here, because she is asking about our topic for today, developing the learning materials. And then the rest of you guys, you are asking about any other things. And then now I want you to please try to pay attention on Siti's question. Repeat it, Siti, please.
Yes, sir. To develop teaching materials, it's true or false if I will use a selection. For example, in a weekly, I give my student exam to find out how much student understand the material. Done, sir.
Repeat it, please, Siti. It seems like I have an internet connection problem. Repeat it, please. What is it?
Yes, sir. To develop teaching materials, if true or false, sir, if I will use a selection. For example, in a weekly, I give my student exam to find out how much student understand the materials.
Okay, anyone else would like to answer this question, please? Because this is the most relevant question that we got so far. Maybe Ajeng Kacita or Miftah Damara. Why did you still on hiding, Miftah? Oh my God, everybody asked Halifah to kick you out, but you still inside. Miftah, can you hear me, Miftah? And he is not with us, I guess.
There's
Halifah?
problem with his video, sir. He said there is problem with his camera.
But can you talk with us here? No. Miftah, can you hear me, Miftah? Okay, it seems like no clue that he can respond. Anyone here would like to answer Siti Hanatasya Iman Putri's question, please? Anas Musli Asidik, it seems like you're ready to give the answer for Siti. Come on, Anas. Come on, Anas.
Sorry, sir. I cannot answer it, sir. I don't know the answer.
What is it?
Sorry, I cannot answer it, sir.
Okay, you cannot
I didn't
answer it.
know the answer.
Okay, I'll give a chance to, who is it? To Ferdian. Ferdian Bagus Mulyawan. Just try to answer the question, please. Ferdian. After Ferdian, I'm gonna ask Ajeng Kacita. Come on, Ferdian.
What's the question before?
What is it, Ferdian?
What's the question again?
Okay, so how many times that Siti here has to repeat the question? Okay, Siti, repeat it again. Come on. It seems like your friend here not getting your question. Come on.
Yes, sir. To develop teaching materials, it's true or false if I will use a selection. For example, in a weekly, I give my student exam to find out how much student understand the material.
Okay. Come on, Ferdian. Just answer it is true or it is false. That will be okay. I'm not gonna say it is wrong or correct answer, please. Ferdian.
But from me, maybe true. True.
What is it? Ferdian?
Yes, sir. For me, maybe true.
That's all? No more answer?
No.
Okay, next. Ajeng Kacita. After Ajeng, we'll have Khalifah. Come on. Ajeng Kacita. Try to answer Siti's question, please.
Okay, sir. From my perspective, is true for giving them a selection. Why? Because if we gave them the selection for developing their knowledge about the skills that we already teach, we can find out that they were already understanding about the skills and also already reach the skills that we already teach them or not. I guess it was true, sir. It's not even a fault for my perspective.
Okay, it is
That's
true. And then Ferdian, it is false. Yeah? So we have one false and then one true then.
No,
Ferdian, yours it
I'm
is?
true. I'm true, too. True.
Okay. Next, come on, last one. Halifa Intisar. I want you to please try to answer Siti Hana's question.
And I have different apa? Saya nangkapnya beda.
Yeah, that's what we need. Perspective. Come on, what is it?
So I thought the city asked about whether it is good or not that she have several selections for methods used for her to teach her students weekly. So this week she used this kind of method. Then next week she used another kind of method. I thought that will be good, but again, she needs to evaluate her previous methods, because changing your methods over and over again will confuse the students and will not help them understand it better.
Okay.
That's
That's all,
what
Halima?
Yes.
Okay, now let's try to ask the clarification from Siti Hana. So Siti Hana, we have two different perspectives. First one came from Ajeng and Ferdian, and then second one from Halifa Intisar. So which one here that you mean for your question?
I mean, my question is Ajong answer, sir.
Ajeng
And
answers. Okay.
yes,
Thank you very much. Yeah, Siti Hana Tasha Iman Putri. So now let me
yes, sir.
okay, let me give you the answer. Yeah, when you become a teacher, evaluation and then also reflection, you have to do it all the time. Yeah, in order to make a teaching and learning process become a successful one. Yeah, without evaluation, without a continuously kind of reflection, there will be no effective kind of teaching and learning. Okay, Siti?
Okay, sir.
Okay, and then anyone else that I haven't called here? Maybe Anna, I'm not gonna give you a chance because you're bad internet connection. Halifa, do you remember here that who's the one that I haven't asked them to talk? Dikiriana, right? Dikiriana, and then it is still the same hiding. Dikiriana. Okay, he is not responding, I guess. Yeah. Okay, and for next week, guys, for next week, I want you to please, before you join our meeting, you guys already memorize. You guys already understand all of the topic, all of the aspect that we learned today. Yeah, because for next week, I'm not gonna give you a chance to join the class if you cannot answer my question. Yeah, starting from next week, Ajeng Kacita, yeah, please ask your friend if they want to join my class, they have to be able in answering the question. If they can't answer the question, so it means they're not attending my class. And then it is the same also for today. Your total amount here for A in class, it is around 35 or 40 students. And then now we have only 24 participants, 25 with me. That's really disappointing, I guess. Yeah. And then I want you to please try to talk with them what they want and then try to ask for their intention in learning. Okay, Ajeng? Yeah?
Okay, sir. I will
And then
answer.
Ferdian, this will be my last warning for you. You were skipping last week meeting, and then with really proud that you're answering me, you haven't watched the second meeting. Please don't do it again. Okay, Ferdian?
Okay, sir.
Okay, this will be your last warning. And then Faisal. Faisal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Faisal. Okay, if you want to keep joining my class, you better with us here. So not busy doing something. Yeah, not
Yeah.
busy replying maybe uh, your buyer. Yeah. Okay, Faisal. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then say hi for Aldio, Dafa, and then the rest of all ESAS students. Okay, Ajeng Kajita. And thank you very
Yes, sir.
much, Halifa Intisar, and the rest of you guys for today that already attending this meeting. Yeah. And I hope after this one, you are going to send me the video. Yeah. And watch it if you guys need it. Yeah. If you guys don't need it, you don't have to watch it. Okay. One more time. Thank you very much. Okay, we got Tiara Jati. Tiara Jati, send my warmest regards. Send my warmest greeting for Dafa, Imam Dafa. Yeah? Okay. And the last, wallahul muwaffiq wal hadi ila sabilir rasyad. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi
For
wabarakatuh.
Thank you so
give
much, sir.
me your best smile, please. Your best smile. Your best smile, please. May you are not smiling. Okay, 3, 2, 1, cheers. 3, 2, 1, cheers. Okay, thank you very much, guys. See ya on qualitative and quantitative research method. Yeah. The last, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Thank you so much,
warahmatullahi
sir.
wabarakatuh. Thank you,
so much,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.